Before we get started, I'd like to just quickly note that Kansas Open Meetings Act does not address meeting procedures. It's not required to create an agenda. We don't have to mail agendas out in advance. The public meeting may be recorded. There's no required notice of meetings to be published in a paper on a website. Individuals must request notice of meetings, which is how we've handled it in the past. If anybody's interested in notifications of this meeting happening or time and location, then they've signed up to be on our distribution list. John Ostrowski, for example, is on our distribution list. We must provide the time, date, and location of where the body will meet in person, and request notice, provide a reasonable time before the meeting. Executive session, commonly used subject matters for executive sessions are personnel matters of non-elected personnel, which would qualify, these interviews would qualify for executive session. Consultation with attorney, employer-employee negotiations, confidential data relating to financial affairs or trade secrets of corporations, etc. So this comes from the Attorney General's Office of the State of Kansas. So as stated earlier, that's why we are handling interviews in executive session consistent with the way we've handled it over the last 2 years. I've heard that folks are upset that we're meeting here at the chamber. If we want to meet at the AFL-CIO or Dinah's office or Panera, I don't care. Wherever folks want to meet is perfectly fine with me. I just offer it because we're here in Topeka. This is a Topeka vacancy, just like when we've gone to Wichita and held at Harvey's office or Pioneer Balloon in 2013 when Wayne Roberts was Unified B representative. So we're not doing anything in secret here. We're not trying to cover anything up. I think that's what needs to be said. So, to our agenda, I need to have a motion for the approval. We forgot to adopt the minutes from the April 28th conference call, and then
our participation.
Also need to adopt the minutes for July 8th, 2015. I sent those out a couple days ago. Committee members, if you've had a chance to review, I'd take a motion and discussion if there are any changes to those minutes going forward.
Eric, I'd move the adoption of those minutes with a correction to the April 28th minutes. Members of the public to indicate Mr. Ostrowski's last name ends with an I, not a Y.
Thank you.
A second.
One something.
Okay. There are no other changes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Motion passes. Adopted.
Which one do you want?
Okay, the second item on the agenda today, I received a phone call that deals with our unemployment insurance board of review.
Those jointly.
Oh, I thought they were
That'd be
joint.
good.
Yeah.
Wake.
Okay, you're good. We selected an individual, I'm going blank on his name now.
Gary Terrell?
No, the unemployment insurance.
Matthews.
Bob Matthews, Robert Matthews, yes, thank you, Bruce. We need to discuss how we need to proceed going forward. It's confidential information. I don't know what it is. All I know is that some things have come up in the KBI background check that are concerning and would question judgment going forward. That's all. That's the extent of everything that I know. I can't be told any more of that. We probably need to discuss that as a committee. So whether we want to do that after executive session of these applicant interviews for the work comp, I'd say that's probably best to determine what we want to do as a committee. But
always take it off at the end of the day.
Okay. So with that, let me make a note. With that, we have had our conference call back in early July where we received, I believe it was 10 applications for the Topeka ALJ vacancy. We, as a committee, narrowed it down from 10 applicants to 6 based on the resumes and qualifications. From 6 to 4, and we have the 4 interviews: Stephen Roth, Julie Sample, Britt Nichols, and Michael Street to interview in person today. So just for everybody in the public, this is typically how we've handled the work comp vacancies. When we receive all the applications, everybody as a committee, the Department of Labor mails them to the committee members. We review the resumes and applications. And based on those documents, we then narrow the field down and send the questionnaires that we've provided to you to all the applicants, and then also to the references, so we have a uniform, I guess, set of questions to give some background, additional background of the applicants that we're going to be conducting in-person interviews for. So Stephen Roth is up first. Thank you for being here, Stephen, in a timely manner. I would say for the interviews that I would take a motion to go into executive session. I've got it 10:17.
Till 12:30.
I think 12:30 would be fine, because planning on 15 minutes for Michael Street, bathroom break, et cetera. So 10:17 to 12:30, and then everybody interested in attending after that, you're welcome to come back at 12:30. And we'll go further.
So moved.
Okay, motion for a second. All in favor? Any opposed?
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay. And we'd ask everybody from the public to depart, and you're welcome back at 12:30.